All right, this is time for the YouTube portion of the show. You can check out this portion on the Dan Schani YouTube stream. Our thanks to Dan for that. So, first of all, I'm sick as shit. I am 100 degrees right now. I'm sweating so much. And an hour ago, I was freezing my ass off. So that's not good. I took a COVID test. Okay, I've got a bunch of those. I ordered all the free ones. If anyone ever needs a COVID test, please do ask. Do not pay for one. I've got so many. Okay, I've got a closet full. I'm not kidding. I'm negative, but I'm sick. Whatever. We live to see another day. I'm also sick over the Jets win. I don't like it. I rooted against them. I'm rooting against the Jets. I'm a Packers fan. I want the Jets to lose. The more the Jets lose, the better the Packers picks are. So I want them to lose. We traded picks. There's also the 65% thing, which does not look like it's going to hit. The math is really going to come into play. It's already done. The 65% thing is done. It's not happening. We're not getting that first rounder. It's not happening because Rodgers is going to miss some time. The Jets got this free ass win tonight. Okay. The Jets, how they won this game. This is all Buffalo. This is way more Buffalo blowing this than it is the Jets winning. This is what should have happened when Rodgers went down with the collarbone and McCarthy was stuck with Brett Hundley. Get through the little tough period of shock, run the football, rely on your defense, rely on your special teams, and see what happens. That's what the Jets did. Packers a bunch of years ago were like, oh shit, Rodgers is done. We're screwed. And then they were. And then I got 3 years invested in Brett Hundley. I got 2 years invested in Joe Callahan. Yeah, okay. Well, Zach Wilson, who has been trash for years, comes in, is trash for drives, and then figures it out, and they win this football game. Josh Allen, a lot of you guys talking about Rami tonight. Remember, Rami used to be all anti-Josh Allen. I still think he thought Josh Allen was Josh Rosen. And even if Josh Allen sucked tonight, because Rami's always said Josh Allen is overrated, Josh Allen was never overrated when Rami was saying he was overrated. Ever. Josh Allen was so shitty tonight, though, that if Rami takes a victory lap, I won't blame him. One of you need to get out to Jack's American Pub right now on Brady. This bar goes, see, I'm sweaty. This bar goes, hey, if the Jets lose, we'll pay your tab. So a bunch of people go there. They watch the game. Rodgers gets hurt. They cheer. Bills are going to win, right? So they're probably buying drinks, getting, hey, it's all free. And then Allen throws pick. They go to overtime. They're probably, woo, okay, and we won't lose now. Let's get around. There's people, I wouldn't be surprised if there's actual riots and fights at Jack's American Pub tonight because there's a lot of people paying for tabs that they didn't expect to be paying for. And that's on them. Like you gambled. People are like, I won't even gamble $5 on this game. You just gambled a $200 bar tab. What are you doing? Moda Cone roller. Let's get started with Cone. Cone, Rodgers gets hurt. He's going to miss a lot of time. The 60% thing is over because even if he does come back, when he comes back, now it's enough missed time that the Jets will be manipulative about that. Okay, so that's over. 65%, it is over. Rodgers is hurt. His Jets career is 0 for 1. I think he'll come back at some point this season. We don't know when. I'm still taking the Cowboys as my survivor pick next week. That Cowboys D against Zach Wilson. I'm taking them. Your thoughts on I mean, this is why we love the sport. This was bonkers.
Let's talk about the game first. That was a very, very entertaining Monday Night Football game. Rodgers goes down early. Sucks to see. The first thing I'll say about Rodgers is if that's his Achilles and this could potentially be the end of his career, That is a shitty way for him to go out. And it makes me sad as a Packer fan and an Aaron Rodgers fan. But great game to follow it up. Like, that game could have been a total clunker. And then thanks to Josh Allen for keeping the Jets in that game. Holy crap. That dude he really is Brett Favre.
He is Brett Favre. He's a gunslinger. He's making crazy plays that are good. Ultimately, you go home sad.
Yeah, pretty much. And there are some relationship controversies with Josh Allen, so you never know. But yeah, crazy game. Amazing punt return to finish it. The Jets, at the end of the day, deserve to win that game.
But they don't. They're fans.
No, but Bart. From the overall picture, it's 9/11. It's New York. They lose Aaron Rodgers on the first series for this dream team, all-in team, and they pull out a win. That is incredible NFL, almost script-written entertainment. Come on. You can't say that's not a great, entertaining win.
This was an entertaining game. But all those Jets fans, when Rodgers went down, they gave up. They quit. And then they're like, oh, I guess we'll stay. We bought tickets. And then they're going home celebrating. Jets fans, as entitled as Bears fans were, Jets fans were very entitled as well this summer. And it paid off for them.
Yeah, but can you imagine their emotions losing Rodgers like that? Like, think about how you felt 2018 week 1 when Rodgers goes down. I thought that season over.
Yeah.
And that actually happened for the Jets fans tonight. So for them to get super down after that, can we really blame them?
Cone Roller's here. We're going to bring in Hot Take Jake.
What's up, Jake?
Were you drinking a beer off camera?
So I don't drink, but
aren't you sober?
It felt like an appropriate night. I got it's a Corona non-alcoholic left over from the tailgate, but just kind of felt like I wanted a beer.
All right. Can I have a real hot take?
Do you want one from me or you got one?
I have one.
Let's hear it.
You're not sober anymore.
Buddy, I've been sober since April of 2000.
Then don't have a beer, Jake.
It's a non-alcoholic, buddy.
But you're having the beer for the same reason you would if you wanted a real beer. You're still using something to indulge your feelings. Plus, NA beers do have a tiny, tiny little bit of alcohol in them. So throw your chip away, bud.
It's really more of it's a character-driven thing. It's a character choice.
But this is an honest to God take. If you're drinking NA, you might as well just drink.
I'm going to go ahead and disagree with you on that one.
Okay, I'll disagree with you into the fact of like binge drinking, but you are having a beer. Okay, I understand. I get what you're doing. But there are people that are like, I want a beer. Fuck. There's a situation where I have a beer right now. I'll have this NA beer. And then they're scratching the same itch. That's what I'm saying.
Not necessarily, because it depends on what your reasoning is for being sober. So if you're doing it for the health benefits, if you're doing it for other reasons.
I gotta be honest with you. No, as good as some beer tastes, no one is ever drinking a beer for the taste.
I don't know about that. Like I've had the River West Stein and the Eastside Dark from Lakefront Brewery, and those are pretty tasty.
Cohen, your thoughts on my hot take?
I don't give a shit. Like,
good. I'm also going to bring in. He wants to be known as Sam Howell-Stan tonight, ladies and gentlemen. The 1-0 Washington Commanders, who wore their whites at home.
Oh, Toby
Altizer.
Tobes.
For the record, I have no take on Hot Take Jake's non-alcoholic beer discussion.
I'm only saying that because I'm like half drunk myself.
It's kind of like
right now.
It's the two ends of the spectrum. You got Jake, who's sober, and then you got Bart, who's like to drink.
Like, I poured a drink for after the game, but then it went to overtime. So
then you poured another one.
Yeah. And if you don't want to drink, guys, but still want to feel a little frizzy, happyplacehemp.com. Happy Place Hemp, promo code Bart, 25% off every order. Somebody tweeted at me. I should find the exact tweet, but they're like, Rodgers went down. The only thing quicker than when Rodgers goes down is how fast the shipping is at happyplacehemp.com. I'm serious. Someone actually tweeted that to me.
Are they running
What the
Are they
hell?
running- are they running at
Here's
65%
what I want to say about Rodgers. I am not happy Rodgers got hurt. I am not. I wanted Rodgers to stay in this game and play like ass. I was excited for Rodgers to suck, but I was also excited, like, if he was good, then I would get mad. I was just excited to feel tonight. I was just excited to feel emotion. I don't need to be caring about Bills, Jets, but I was excited to feel emotion. And then Rodgers goes down, and we're all stuck with watching Zach Wilson. And I eventually felt emotion because I did not want the Jets to win, but then they did. What a game. Your thoughts from a impartial guy.
Well, here's the thing. I understand what you're saying, Bart, because I'm obviously a Commanders fan, Skins fan, whatever you want to call them.
Some are saying Rodgers
Number
saved
one.
his legacy by getting hurt instead of sucking ass.
But here's the thing. I understand what you're saying because I live and breathe on every single snap of this football team, the Burgundy and Gold. But having spent so much time in Wisconsin, I was watching Packers Bears, and I was pretty invested in that game too. I had, emotions on whether they would win or not. It's not like I'm living and dying like I do with the Commanders, but I was still invested. And
Jordan loves the real deal. You got to admit it.
He is. And unless you do other stuff, like it might just be your team and you get to enjoy. But the Jets were going to give Packers fans, whether they wanted to, root against them or not, they gave them a second team that they could feel invested in. So it was almost like you get 2 games every single week that you really care about. So to lose that right away kind of sucks. But I don't know. I mean, that Jets defense is for real. And Josh Allen, I don't know why he throws so many terrible passes and does so many crazy things when if he were just to act and play like a normal quarterback and be a little more composed, they would have won tonight. But instead, he just threw so many crazy passes, and he needs to learn how to slide, and he needs to learn just how to play more conservatively. And once he does that, he'll be fine. But, I mean, this was the knock on Josh Allen when he started to figure it out. He took a step forward because he stopped throwing interceptions, and then it's looked like he's reverted back to what he did early in his career.
Yeah,
Josh Allen needs to grow up.
I have been a Josh Allen guy. I think he's a franchise guy. He's someone that's won me fantasy titles. Josh Allen is good. Thank you. This Josh Allen, look at this. I told you I'm sick. This Josh Allen tonight.
Bart, go to the ER.
I'm going to the doctor tomorrow.
Are you going live from the doctor?
An hour ago, I was under 3 blankets. COVID negative, guys.
We need a post-terminal illness diagnosis podcast.
I'm pretty sure I have bronchitis.
Maybe you can get some of these Twitter doctors on the live stream.
Oh,
there you go. They're everywhere.
Fuck those guys.
There was more than ever tonight. They were sprouting like dandelions. It's like if we already have one. There's like the 1 or 2 guys. I saw this one guy. He's like all dressed up. He's got his name on his shirt. He's like, well, I'm diagnosing. Let the doctors diagnose and then tell us.
Scott Van Pelt said it best at halftime. He said, any doctor who hasn't observed the patient is not a doctor. So let's just wait and see. The news is going to come out tomorrow. I think the Jets definitely already know it's a torn Achilles.
Yeah, well, we all know.
Right.
But I could do a telehealth tomorrow and I'd say, yeah, I got this cough. And they go, maybe you have this. Or I could go to the doctor, have them stick a thing down my throat, tell me I have bronchitis, and then get what I need.
So
my sides feel like, like those kids at recess that go outside for recess and just get punched in the sides for 15 minutes. My sides hurt so much from coughing.
I don't feel like any of us know that experience, Bart. Maybe that was just a you thing.
Yeah.
Elaborate.
Look at this. Look at all this. This isn't even where sweat should be.
Do you have central air, Bart? What is going on?
No, well, I'm in my basement, which is humid.
Tim needs to get his reps in. He's got to be prepared to take over this podcast.
That's what I said. He's got the clipboard now, but he needs to start warming up on the sideline. He's going to be our Zach Wilson.
We need a
the problem.
designated.
I'm coming on my Golf Apparel, forgolfapparel.com.
That's not going to help.
Promo code 10% off. But it's just like, and I'm going to be. I mean, this is a great shirt, but now it's like I'm hot.
Yeah. Well, now it's going in the wash.
All of this is going. I'm taking a shower before I go to bed.
Can I
All
just
right,
say
Jake,
something
you're
about
somebody-
this?
Jake, you're someone who's rooted for Aaron Rodgers to be hurt before. How do you feel tonight?
Yeah, that's that was
Yeah.
funny. This situation is objectively funny. And it's not funny that he got hurt. It's funny just after all of this entire years-long saga, and we've moved on and he's where he is, and then 3 plays in, it's over. Like, that's a funny situation. I'm not happy he's hurt, but I'm also not sad that he's hurt because, okay, he tore his Achilles. People do that shit every day. Cry me a river. He's not going to die. It happens. It's sports. But I don't know. I guess I feel I'm sad, kind of like you, Bart, because I was looking forward to the entertainment factor of watching him be so mid this year and people picking up on it. But I'm also kind of relieved that, like, it's over. I don't have to watch the Jets. I don't have to care about the Jets. Like, we can all
I might actually
focus on
somehow care
on
about
the
the Jets
Packers.
more.
It's like if your ex-girlfriend died months after you guys broke up.
Would you go to her funeral?
I think you would have to. I mean, after a 17-year relationship, I think you would have to.
It's like I would feel like George Costanza, where I would go not because I'm sad, but because, like, I feel like I'd be judged if I didn't, you know. But
Let's read
also, I
some
want to
comments
point out,
quick. Oh, go ahead.
Ryan Horvat's goose is cooked. He tweeted out, "They killed my quarterback." Sorry, dude, you're not a Packers fan. You're a Jets fan.
No,
Your quarterback is Jordan
I'll
Love.
defend Horvat. I'll defend Horvat on that.
He's not a Packers fan. You can defend him, but he's not a Packers fan.
Yes, he is.
He's fake.
No, he's not.
Fake as fuck.
He's a Cubs fan.
He's from Illinois. He, like, turned his back on the Packers when all the Rodgers shit happened.
No,
He's doing a good job of backtracking now because it looks like they're going to be
he's
good.
not.
He's a little bit of a Rodgers kook, but he is a Packer fan.
Brewers win 12-0. Josh Donaldson 1 for 4. Brandon Woodruff
Hey.
goes complete 9 innings, 6 hits, 7 Ks. Giannis is engaged to Mariah. They're expecting a baby girl.
Congrats to them.
The royal family.
Here's some comments. Bucky Boyd says Jets winning pisses me off.
Cares.
He also says Josh Allen is overrated as shit. Joe in Iowa says Josh Allen played like ass. This is on him. Adam says, what a shame all those assholes at Jack's cheered when Rodgers got hurt. Now have to pay their $250 bar tab. This is the story of the night.
I am so
This
glad.
is the story of the night. Because imagine you're at Jack. So tell me, did you see this story?
I saw it. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was national fucking news. Jack's on Brady is like, hey, every time Rodgers, he's got to start. He's got to start. And then if the Jets lose, they pay your tab. So people went there tonight thinking, oh, this is fun. Let's go have a drink at Jack's and see what happens. And then Rodgers got hurt early. So people are like, woohoo, that's one round. And then the Bills are up most of the game. Hee-hee, you're making a double, making a triple.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the Jets are winning. And then you're like, oh, no, I got to actually pay this tab. Oh, my God. And then the Bills boink. And then it goes in. And they're like, oh, I got to calm my nerves. Let's have another one. Every person there is going to be spending at least $250. At least Jax is going to either have to close tonight because they made all the money they'll ever make, and they're rich, or no one's ever going to want to go there again. I mean, there's got to be people that are like, I'm not paying this, but they have to. This is gambling. This is gambling.
I was wondering how much Blue Label they went through tonight when Rodgers went down.
Well, no top shelf.
Oh, was that the rule?
Yeah.
Okay.
Levi says, give the Jets the credit they deserve on defense. Oh, my God. Cone, I know you don't care, but I was drafting Jets defense all over the place. These guys, this is a great defense. Also, I've decided I really don't like Robert Saleh. This goddamn guy, he's looking like Mike McCarthy. Oh, my God, I'm screwed. Brett Hundley. And then he's like, woo! I'm charged up tonight.
They flashed over to him a ton when the Jets were on offense, and he's just silent. He's not talking to anybody.
Yeah,
Like,
and then he gets to celebrate. Screw you. He did not believe in his team. When Zach Wilson went out there, he was already thinking about the shit he'd have to say after a loss. He does not get to celebrate. Robert Saleh is the biggest fraud clown of all the coaches in this league. He's
More than
an
Deion?
absolute fraud.
number 2, because Nathaniel Hackett is number 1, because he is on this earth for one reason, and that is to coach Aaron Rodgers. He's got nothing with Zach Wilson. They're going to suck again.
Oh, my God. The Cowboys are going to murder them next week.
Do they make overtures to Tom Brady?
No.
I was going to say.
But no.
Even if they do, Tom doesn't want to come back.
Tom's done. Tom was done last year. He only played last year to make sure he was done.
Which quarterbacks would we like to see the Jets bring in? I think Trevor Siemian. I want to see him again.
Trevor Siemian.
All right, here's a 414. If you're the Packers, what would you accept from the Jets for Jordan Love? 414.
Quinn Williams.
A lot of you guys
Don't joke about that, Bart. There's still idiots that say, "Oh, we're fine with Clifford. I would do it."
Yeah, those
AJ, stop with the sour grapes. Jets have a great defense. They capitalized on the Bills' mistake. Yes, they did. I said that. Jerry, Jets get the win and we got Love. I think that means we win. Rodgers' injury was planned all along. It's part of his ongoing effort to mentor and teach younger players.
Absolutely. We all know he's a man of virtue.
Hey, here's what I texted Bart during the middle of the game. I said, how long until Randall Cobb retires now?
Exactly. I was thinking that too, Toby.
Did you guys see?
Randall Cobb's getting an injury. Randall Cobb's his finger's getting snapped in a briefcase on the way home. He's done.
Did you guys get a chuckle over the 9/11 conspiracy guy carrying Old Glory onto the field before the game in the 9/11 tribute?
Well, I got a couple things against that. We don't know anything about what Rodgers thinks about 9/11 at all. We have a 30-second.
That's not true. He asked Deshaun Kaiser.
We have a 30-second podcast clip where it's one quote from Aaron Rodgers.
So are we thinking Deshaun made that up?
I'm pretty sure.
I'm just saying. Rodgers probably thinks something's up, but he's not a full-blown conspiracy coop for what we know. If we don't know what he thinks about 9/11.
He also might just be that guy that just reads all this stuff and thinks it's hilarious and just finds it interesting. But
no, I'll tell you who he is. He's the guy that watches like 30 seconds of a Facebook video and he's sold. Like, yes, this is a conspiracy.
People are doing with Deshaun Kaiser's freaking interview about Rodgers' 9/11 view. So it's really not it. It's just
you know what I didn't do? Congratulations, Hot Take Jake on the news tonight.
What was that about? Congrats. I saw you posted something, but I didn't know what it was.
So Channel 12, Nick Bohr, reporter over there, he was the one that came when I was doing parade chairs. And he's always just been like, whenever there's like a story where they just need a sports guy to talk for 20 seconds, I know him, he knows me. He's like,
he's good shit.
Yeah. Will you do something quick? And I'm always like, absolutely. I thank them for keeping me semi-relevant today off air.
Big time.
And so what I did was I talked to him. I interviewed in this space, and I know the quotes that they're, I'm a TV veteran. I don't know if you guys know that. So I know what he's looking for. So I gave it to him. And then afterwards I said, hey, you can use like B-roll from, because you know how like these TV reporters, I was like, we talked with Dr. something. And then when they're saying that, they're walking down the hallway or whatever, but I didn't go into the studio. So I'm like, I will send you B-roll. But I had to find a clip that, one, didn't have us swearing, and also didn't like. I kept up a comment last night that said "fuck the Bears" for like 30 minutes, so I couldn't find anything good, and I didn't want to send them with Tim Shea in it because he's bouncing around TV stations. Who the fuck knows where he's gonna be? So
he's getting Taco Bell.
I sent a little clip, and it was me, you, Jake, and Big Ron, and this Sean O'Connell. And you guys, it was like a 2-second clip, but you were on the news.
All right. I didn't sign a waiver, but I'll allow it.
Yeah, but I mean, you're on here.
It's true.
Would you have allowed a paper bag on that B-roll?
I wish you were on last night. That's exactly what I would have looked for. Bucky says no Horvat slander.
It's not slander if it's the truth.
I saw Horvat the other day. I'm all for it.
Yeah, you guys see each other all the time.
Horvy's my guy.
No, it's fine. I'm sure he's a nice guy. He's just a fake Packers fan. That's all.
No,
Are
you
you
guys
guys'
stop doing
segment still sponsored by Golden Chicken this year?
that. We'll talk about that off air.
Well, Bart, you got to. Do you remember that video you played of like your TV debut, and you had the pen and the motorcycles? I think that's what led to this new sponsorship. So you got to get some more of those clips out. Like we want to see the archive footage.
Yes, I would like to thank our friends at the Wisconsin Bike Fed for making sure you guys don't drive like idiots when it's dark.
Yeah, because you can't see a biker even if it's the size of a pencil.
You dick.
That's good.
In your best Apartment 9 Kohl's outfit. I loved it, man. We need more.
Wait, Bart, did you interview Barack Obama, or who was it?
I interviewed Obama.
What?
I was in a scrum with Huckabee. I was in a scrum with John Edwards. Remember him?
So you got Clay, you got Barack, you got Cody. Like,
Cody
who
Rhodes.
don't you have, man?
You got to re-release the Obama interview now that his name's back in the news.
What's it in the news for? Oh,
Here we go.
We can talk about that off air.
that interview on Tucker last week.
Jeez.
Okay, that was a joke.
You see Portnoy's tweet?
No.
Portnoy was like, I was there at the same time as that guy. That guy's the weirdest, biggest liar dude I've ever met.
Talking about who? That
The guy who claimed he was lovers with
Oh,
Barry.
Anyway, good.
Luke Stevenson says Green Bay has the smartest offense in the league. The cornball was exactly 4 snaps away from his career being over.
No, he was fine until he got put behind the Jets' offensive line that couldn't block me.
Couple things on that. So, like Thursday night, the Chiefs lost because they didn't have Kelsey. If that game was Sunday, they might have Kelsey. They might win that game. This game was in primetime Monday night because they wanted to focus on Rodgers. If this was just a regular Sunday 3:25 game, maybe Rodgers didn't get hurt. Everything that happened led up to Rodgers getting hurt on that drive. And I didn't like seeing him get hurt. I really, really, really wanted to root against him. I really did.
Him getting hurt.
You like to have a villain.
For you coming up.
I really did. I just wanted to feel so much joy if he sucked. And I think he was going to suck. I think he was going to get sacked a bunch.
Well, if it was any indication from 4 snaps, he wasn't going to have any time in the pocket. So if he was just going to have to sit back there and throw a quick game, maybe he would have been all right if he just threw it to Garrett Wilson. But
KJ, who said goodnight 30 minutes ago, says all Wilson has to be is serviceable for the Jets to win with the defense they have. That's not true.
no,
He's terrible. He is.
No, Wilson's got to be better than this.
He's a net negative.
The Jets getting 4 turnovers tonight. I'll maybe give.
Those were on Allen.
They're good, but they were all. If you had to go, was that the Jets are good or Allen was bad? And everyone's going to say, why can't it be both? No, Josh Allen was shit.
They're
awful.
Yeah,
Jets D line was
fumble. He fumbles and then fumbles again. I remember on Sunday, Jordan Love fumbled, threw a 40-yard pass. Josh Allen fumbled and then fumbled again.
Boys, I'm going to let you go, but I do want to leave you with one thing. I may be willing to retire on the Rodgers talk here.
You're like the only one keeping it going.
that is not.
That's
true.
a big responsibility, but I do want to say one thing. CM Punk said it best. The grass isn't always greener on the other side. The grass is green where you water it.
No, that wasn't even grass, Jake. David Bakhtiari and Kurt Benkert, a.k.a. Bach Shadow, very upset about the turf situation tonight.
as they should be.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yes, but I think you missed the point, but yes. I think Aaron, he's very much going to miss Green Bay and or maybe he'll appreciate a little bit more the squad that he had around him and the offensive line and always having weapons. So best of luck to you in your future endeavors. Hopefully we'll see you on television next year spouting some nonsense about gay frogs or something. I don't know, but I love you guys. I'm going to let you go.
See you, Hot Take.
Bye, Mr. Hot Take. Robert Saleh, after the game, said, "It's not good," as Jets fear torn Achilles for Aaron Rodgers. So, Twitter doctors, how long does a torn Achilles keep you out? A year?
Yeah, he's done for the season. The question is he going to return, or is he just going to say, "That's it, I'm done"?
I mean, if he says, "That's it, I'm done," he'll have been a Packer his whole career except for 3 snaps.
I think it was 4. So
that's ridiculous.
That is just like the Jets are eternally cursed. It's upsetting. I was looking forward to watching Rodgers all season, but I'm about to head off.
They're in a boatload of primetime games.
Yeah, I mean, this just completely screws up the NFL's plans.
Toby, I like that sweatshirt. Capital Football.
Appreciate it.
Oh, Cone. I think he said he was leaving, but I didn't hear him.
Yeah, he said that. Yeah, I mean, I feel like, do you think he's done? Like, do you think he'd retire? I feel like.
No, I think he'll play next year.
I think he'll want to prove everyone that he can still play coming off the
He
injury.
gave an interview to anyone who, remember that one time he was like, "I got to focus on this playoff game." Then ESPN's like, "We might write about you 2 sentences." And he's like, "I'll give you my whole life." Yeah. He was on Fox pregame, CBS, ESPN. And then he goes for 3-4 plays and he's out.
I tell you what, he's going to have a whole lot of time for the Pat McAfee show now. He'll probably end up just co-hosting that every single day of the week.
Yeah, is he going to go on Tuesday?
I got to assume no.
Well, they won, though, so maybe he will.
I mean, what's he going to go on there and say? I took a couple snaps. My offensive line can't block anyone. And now I'm here in a boot with a torn Achilles. I'm going to have surgery on Thursday or something like that. What's he going to say?
How do you fly out to California, beg for this guy to come, spend a month and a half negotiating for the trade, get him into your system, celebrate as if you've already won everything, and not do anything to your offensive line?
Yeah, let me look at their offensive line. What's their depth?
How do they not take Rodgers' pay? You take Rodgers' pay cut, and you're like, let's go get a backup running back.
Yeah,
go get the trade. Get some offensive linemen in there. Get a disgruntled offensive lineman. Pay him. Get some. You got to protect this guy.
Yeah, let's be honest. Is Dalvin Cook all that much better than Michael Carter? Probably not at this point in his career. So
and even that like other guy they have that was tearing up the preseason.
So you got Dwayne Brown. His backup is Billy Turner at left tackle.
Turner should not be in the league no more.
No. Laken Tomlinson, left guard. Wes Schweitzer is his backup. And I can tell you from watching Schweitzer, he's terrible. Laken Tomlinson, whatever. Connor McGovern, Joe Tippmann at center. Elijah Vera Tucker, who was supposed to be a stud when he was drafted. I mean, he's whatever. Mekhi Becton was supposed to be a stud. And he was talking him up. And Mekhi Becton was getting beat like a drum early in the game. I mean, you're exactly right. Like, why are you spending money on Alan Lazard? I understand Rodgers wants that. Rodgers had to have said, get me some line help or something. Like, I saw something where I'm not the biggest Goody fan, but someone was saying Goody's getting trashed for all this stuff, but Joe Douglas decides to bring Rodgers and not upgrade their offensive line at all. Like, it's not good at all.
Yeah, it looked like for a while the Jets season was over after one game. Now they did win, so that's not yet the case.
It's over.
A team whose season is over after one game, the Bears. Spark Guy joins us.
I had to help you out, give you some content. I can come out of my hibernation den of loss.
I was just about to go 9-9, but I'm eager to talk to you. You were a Bears fan. You were at Soldier Field.
And I was sporting my shirt, boys. People were looking
at You had
the
cheering shirt.
I love it.
What does he like? Pop music or football? No, man.
So, Spark Guy, tell me about it, man.
Well, I think the overriding thing for Bear fans is just, I mean, I think the main sense I got was I don't get a lot of blame for Fields. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't see Fields really do anything that people were upset about. I
thought my guy Danny Parkins did a good job on the score today, talking about how if you like this guy as a runner, why'd you only call one running play for him?
Yeah, I think it's a different fear. I think in years past, the fear was always, do you have the guy? And it was pretty clear you didn't. Trubisky had some moments, but by year 3, pretty much everybody knew. So you always never had the guy. I think
I still believe in Fields.
Yeah, I think the fear is that they're wasting him. Lucas Patrick at center, I get that they.
All right, I really don't care about Fields. How do you feel that Love owns you now?
Oh, whatever. Dude, you guys are so ahead of yourselves. I thought he looked okay. He looked fine. He missed at least 3-4 passes.
None of that matters. None of it matters. All offseason, Bears fans celebrated. Here's what I said yesterday, and this was the great thing I said. And I said it again, and I'll say it again. Detroit, what was their offseason? Detroit. Minnesota. Green Bay. Chicago. Pickers. Fuck you guys.
And you know what? I did do this. And like I said, I asked several people around because we're talking to people. I'm from Milwaukee. No one has a problem with Milwaukee. Now, Bears fans and Packer fans have a problem. But the angle that you always say that people in Chicago hate Milwaukee is patently untrue. They love Milwaukee. They don't even view it as a rival. Now, the Packers are definitely the Bears' rival. I get that. But that was the first.
I know they love their Milwaukee. Milwaukee thrives on Chicago tourist dollars.
Yeah, they love.
So does every lake in this state.
Yeah, they love it.
Door County,
and they don't hate it. They don't hate anybody up here. It's almost like a suburb. But the Packers, you're right. There's a lot of. It's a suburb. It is.
Milwaukee's a suburb of Chicago. That's like me living in Shorewood saying I live on the east side. I know I'm lying to myself.
It's a suburb. But no, as far as the Packers go, no, I think
it's like saying Fond du Lac's a suburb of Milwaukee.
But I can also understand, like I said, when you go to a Bear game, it's disappointing, right? Like you go down there, you're having a good time. It was the first half, even though just seeing the way the lines were playing, you were waiting for that to happen. I think everybody was waiting. That's why everybody at halftime was tweeting about Aaron Jones, right? Like, where is he? But you knew as soon as he got his touches and he did what he needed to do, that'd be it. They break a play, they do something else, and it'd be over. So yeah, that was kind of the mood. But it's a high risk move, right? You go to the game and it's like all those Packer losses in the playoffs. Like it's a high risk move. It sucks. You're like, this is not fun.
Zach, what are you doing?
What?
He had Pro Football Doc on the show tonight.
Yeah, your boy.
What is the problem with waiting for the doctors to diagnose the injury rather than every doctor on earth?
Oh, I disagree. That's like the most fun part. And
Okay.
if you're actually a doctor, you get to like actually have credibility. I mean, I was sitting there watching Rodgers and I was waiting for him to do the Willis Reed thing. I texted my dad a half hour ago. He's faking. I'm like, I'm pretty sure he tore his Achilles. Like,
yeah. I mean, there's certain things that you can like pretty educated guess or speculate on. Like some stuff is ridiculous, but some stuff you can make it a pretty good guess on. And that one, I think it was pretty obvious right away.
I at first though I didn't. I've seen that guy limping his whole career. He's always got something up his sleeve. So the first thing, it didn't look like that. You know, he was down, but when he got on the cart, they helped him on the cart. But then if you saw when he got off the cart, he was walking off on his own power.
Well, the moment he stayed down for the trainers, you knew he was done.
Well, when he stayed down, he's getting helped off the field, which it just reminds me of when Kobe was walking off when he hurt his Achilles. But the way that like he got overextended on that leg, and you know, obviously afterwards, all the people slowing it down, you could see maybe a little ripple on his calf, like just the way it got overextended. I get scared every time I see that for an Achilles, and especially a guy older that's already dealing with calf issues.
Oh man, it's not over. This year's over. But what's the next move? I don't think he's retiring. Do you?
I feel like he would want to come back just to prove everyone wrong, right? I mean,
he's got to come back. He's not ending this way. 4 snaps as a Jet.
That'd be funny though if he just called it quits and went back to just try to become a Packer legend and like repair.
At least he played in the preseason and threw a touchdown, so you got to see it.
He's got to complete the Favre trifecta.
I mean, what if he doesn't come back and his eternal stat line for the New York Jets is 0 for 1, 0 yards?
1 sack, 10 yards.
He was a net negative for the Jets. not only in a trade, but he literally didn't gain them a yard.
I don't like that he's out for the year.
I don't think anyone does.
I wanted to watch him be bad.
Be careful what you wish for. You can't say that. You got to be happy with this. He could have tormented you. Remember how bad it was with Favre? That was not fun, was it?
No, but like
it ended funny though. It ended really funny, but it wasn't fun. Still, you have to see all those highlights of him winning at Lambeau and stuff. Like you wouldn't want to see that guy getting in the.
This is the beauty. This is the beauty sport guy. We never have good quarterbacks, so we never have to deal with that crap. Like I don't have to worry about Robert Griffin III going to Cleveland and tearing it up, or I mean, I guess I have to deal with it with Kirk Cousins putting up garbage time stats with the Vikings. Like we don't have to deal with that.
And Bart never believes me. But I say this genuinely, and nobody in the chat will ever believe me. But I say it out of complete empathy. Those playoff losses, that's brutal. To go through 12 straight years where you think you're winning the Super Bowl and lose in those fashion, man, I don't know. Like they say, you'd rather have love lost than no love at all. I don't know, man.
Oh, I agree with you. I'd rather not ever know what love is.
I had a guy that I work with basically say the same thing, talking about LA teams, talking about the Lakers and Dodgers always losing at stuff. And he's like, I come out here to DC and all they do is lose. They're just a bunch of losers. But it kind of sucked losing in the finals and World Series all the time.
Yeah, so man. Dan Needles is always making fun of people, former Channel 12. I've been on Channel 12 more recently than him. But he's always yelling at people that have no followers. Like, you don't deserve to be in my playground. He retweeted an account from a fake Brian Gutekunst account tonight from the entire Packer Nation with wishing Rodgers a speedy return. 371 followers from this fake account.
It might be the real one.
Toby.
No one likes Goody.
Dan Needles.
This account has also retweeted, this fake Brian Gutekunst account has also retweeted Ike Packers podcast. When they said, would you trade a second round pick for Mike Evans?
What happened to the person that had all the fake Ike accounts? They not running those anymore? Those were good.
Ike Highways was really good.
They were hilarious.
Whoever ran that is a sweaty fucking COVID bronchitis mess.
I'm a Baptist, but I was all for Ike Catholic.
Yes. That Gutekunst account is not real. Ike Catholic's great. WW Fresh says he's only out 6 weeks, guys. Relax. Okay, bet. Yeah.
Let's do it, please.
I'm really upset that we're not going to get Rodgers McCarthy next week.
Oh, that would be good.
I am upset about that.
Really needed that.
Yeah, they were going to need that game forever, but they needed it next week.
The NFL script writers.
Well, I'm sweaty and tired, but I am always happy to talk to you guys.
Oh, well,
I may have a live show Tuesday night. I may also do a sick day this week. I don't know. I feel like dick.
Do you have to call in for that?
Yeah, I got to call Blue Wire headquarters. Tell them I'm breaching my contract. I won't be pumping out a show today. The guy goes, what do you know? Are you a doctor? You just fucking told me he was going to be out 6 weeks. You did the diagnosis. Are you a doctor? Are you a doctor?
I do have to circle up on one last thing, Bart, for you.
My camera's all broke to shit.
Looks good. Focus is on the midsection.
Look at that Crate and Barrel merch there.
That looks fantastic.
This is my basement, guys.
I thought there'd just be a bunch of empty Omaha steak boxes with like half-eaten raw meat.
I sit right next to whatever you call Goldberg. That's the chair I sit on. WW Fresh says, "Relax, pal. Wow."
Hey, do you like your current studio or the old studio more?
I see the old studio 4 times a week.
Do you chuck chairs in your current studio like you did in the old one?
No, this Goldberg chair. God damn it.
I'm hoping he's not sitting in that Goldberg chair naked like he used to sit in that other chair.
Look at this.
This is a little scary is what it is.
This is like after hours here, Toby.
I don't want to see that.
A lot of Dan Schani YouTube prop comedy going on now, guys, with my camera, everybody.
This will be great for that podcast.
Yeah. No one
This
wants.
guy needs to smoke some weed and chill. HappyPlaceHemp.com. Promo code BART. 25% off. Every order. What's that show that starts like this? Do 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 do. Tom Green. Am I Tom Green tonight?
There's kind of a Tom Green vibe going on. I don't know if that makes me or Toby Glenn.
Glenn ruled.
I love it. Do that awkward interview thing where they put the camera on the side and pretend like you're not supposed to look at it, which for most professional places, they do it well. And then I love when you can tell when there's like an under budget thing and they have
The way that when I first saw her, I knew I had to kill her. So I'm not editing this out of the audio, but it is the end of the show. You got to check out the YouTube on that one.
Yeah, I mean, this is why you got to watch YouTube.
You
got to watch YouTube. You also got to listen on wherever you get your podcasts.
He's like,
anyone want to see the air conditioner unit I just spent?
I was gonna say you had a look in your eyes like you're gonna go remote, like upstairs or something, or in the backyard. Like this thing's going on the streets.
Oh, I got one thing. I got one more thing to say. This is for Adam, who was on last night and said Jack's was shitty pizza. Okay. If he's more of a fan of Tony's. My grandpa used to manage a grocery store, and I got a shitload of these like old ass trucks.
Yes.
Look at this one.
That's awesome.
These are sweet.
That's awesome.
Tony's Pizza.
So there's anti-Jack's pizza talk going on?
Yeah, Adam hates Jack's.
I love Jack's, but I will say you've noticed, I don't know if it's the economy, but Jack's is more like way less cheese, it's all of a sudden just becoming the crust. They're cutting back. I don't know if it's a sign of the times, but no, I'm not going to trade it in for Tony's or Orv's or any of those others.
I'm coming back. I want to show you one more thing. I don't know where it is.
Toby, you enjoying the scavenger hunt here?
I love it.
He's going to find something else.
I don't have any good trinkets in my room to show you, like Tony's trucks.
I really want to show you one more thing. I cannot find it.
I just hope that he's not stripping in the background there.
I know.
Give me 1 second. Here it is. Okay. Two things I want to show you. One, sweet present from my wife.
Dude, I know how you feel.
This is a football stadiums thing.
Oh, nice. I love that.
And you cross out when you go to one. Like a scratch off.
Yeah, scratch it off. I love that.
Well, I got one. Hold on.
You got this?
I thought you were going to do a baseball one and you were going to like just scratch Miller Park and that was it.
I've been to Arrowhead, AT&T, Bank of America, CenturyLink, Hard Rock, Gillette.
Come out to FedEx before they destroy it and build it.
Ooh, that's pretty cool, Spark.
I like it.
Yeah, but we were going to do it as a family, and I think we've been to 2.
And then because
we got it a few years ago, it was a cool idea.
Because someone else brought it up earlier, the stream numbers have just plummeted, by the way, since I started doing this.
Well, I'm going to finish with this then.
Low Scott is like, this is a terrible stream. I thought this was for sports. We've been doing this for 50 minutes, and it's 11 o'clock.
So final one, and then I'll sign off because I had a lot of comments about being a Bear
start
fan.
it over, Los.
I got a lot of comments for being a Bear fan, but this will make
This is a sports memorabilia pod.
Do you want to see this one?
This is what 2010 vision looks like. What?
Hey, a Santana Moss signed hat.
Here's a Barack Obama signed. These are the questions I asked him.
Yeah.
I had him sign it.
Shut up. That's legit.
And here we are.
That's pretty cool.
So first on your priority list of cool shit you have in your basement is that fucking Tony's truck. And then second is an autograph of Barack Obama.
I'll throw this away if it means keeping the Tony's truck. Look at this. Motherfucker's laughing. He's like, they sent this loser?
You say anything about Chicago to him?
Here's a plaque of my 1990 soccer team. My dad is the coach.
Dude, are there any boys on the team?
That's me. That's not a girl. That's
Oh,
me.
I saw a lot of girls. I didn't know if maybe you're on the other team.
All right, I'm out. I'm gonna leave.
How many times did you get scored on?
I didn't play goalie then. Have a nice night. I'm trying to hear real sports reporters, not slobs. How did you get here? 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 Why were you here? Low Scott. Oh my God. Oh my God. Honey, wake up. Low Scott didn't like my show. Low Scott.
Hey, buddy, if you're trying to listen for sports talk, I got some bad news for you. You won't hear any on the radio tomorrow either.
That is true.
Oh yeah. I just betrayed everything.
Yeah, who is behind Wolf God? I think that's one of your many enemies. I don't know who it is in local media, but it's one of them. Maybe it's Needles.
Needles. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm dying. Low Scott. Hey, Low Scott, you want to witness a live death? You sick fuck. Bye, everyone.
God.